Live from the Civic Centre in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, this is the Cataracts Hockey Audio Cast of Allan Cup 2012. Quarter-final game coming up between the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts and the Stony Plain Eagles. Good evening, everybody. George got along with the coach, Barry Manuel. And Barry, the Cataracts didn't win either of the first two games. Came away with a tie yesterday, but still, that put them in third place. But as we talked about, everybody's in the playoffs. Quarter-final game this evening. This is the big one. This is do or die.
Yeah.
A few moments ago, I had a chance to talk to Cataracts assistant coach Paul Glavine. Paul, despite the Cataracts not winning either of the first two games, I still get a feeling of optimism around this team as they played much better yesterday than in game one. Is that the feeling you get as well?
Yeah, it's a good feeling around the team, George. With this tournament format, first two games, if you win, certainly you can get a rest today, but there's four teams that have to play today, and I'm sure many times in the history of the Allan Cup, the teams that play today have gone on to win a championship. Certainly optimistic, and I like the way our team has built some momentum from game one into game two, and we're coming together as a team, and if we keep getting better, I think we certainly have a good opportunity.
Has there been a sort of a speech or a message given to the team today, or is that coming up in a few minutes before the game starts?
No, I think the message was loud and clear before we came here, and certainly after game one we had a meeting, and we need a little more of a sense of urgency, and I think we've seen that in yesterday's game. And as a coaching staff, if we get an effort like we got yesterday against Rosetown, we'll certainly be very happy, and I think we'll be successful as well.
I know last night you were here at the arena watching Stony Plain play against Kenora in their final round robin game. What'd you take away from that game?
Yeah, very tenacious team, big team from out west here. Those guys won the Western Canadian Championships, and from everything we hear, there was 3 or 4 teams that were more skilled than those guys, but their work ethic is phenomenal. They don't give up on anything. They work hard for 16 minutes, and we seen that last night. We know we're in for a real battle today, but I think it's the type of games that we thrive on.
Paul, first Allan Cup for the Cataracts in a long, long time, and your first trip to it. Had a chance to take part in a couple of games and watch a few games. Any surprises, or things been pretty much as you had anticipated?
Probably not a lot of surprises, George. Certainly we're in close contact with the guys from Clarenville and try to learn from their experience. But until you get here and see it with your own eyes, you certainly see, yeah, there's some older teams here, probably not as quick as us, but very experienced, play the game very smart. So you need to play a certain way and bring a certain type of player here to be successful. So there's been a lot of learning here in the first few days, absolutely.
Okay, Paul, thanks very much. Best of luck in your game this evening.
Thanks, George.
Dopik back there. Anderson missed it. Comes back to LaPointe for Dyke. Across to LaPointe. LaPointe wrist shot in front. Knocked down. Cleared away. Cox has got it, and he'll shoot it down the ice. Not much sustained pressure by the Cataracts. It's been 2 or 3 shots all blocked in front. Nothing getting through, and then Stony Plain able to clear it. Come the Cataracts. Andrew Brennan bringing it out on the right side. Brennan flips it towards the net. Big rebound comes out in front. They score!
Chris Peach on the rebound, George, as Matt Quinn was going hard to the net on that one.
Wade Walters, the goalie for Stony Plain, gave up a juicy rebound on a soft shot. Peach saw it, jumped in, and in behind the net. He's hauled down. It's going to be a penalty coming up to Stony Plain. Chance for Welcher. Big save for Walters. They score! On the rebound.
On the rebound.
Welcome back again, folks, to the Civic Centre at Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. George got along with the coach, Barry Manuel, after 40 minutes of play. Cataracts leading the Stony Plain Eagles of Alberta, the Alberta Provincial AAA champions, by a score of 4-1. And a very good period by the Cataracts. They ended the first period tied 1-1 with Stony Plain and scored 3 unanswered in the second period. And for good measure, they're going to start the third period on the power play, as the penalty was picked up by Brant Middleton. Roughing penalty just 4 seconds before the end of the second period. So the Cataracts will have almost a full 2 minutes to work with when we start the third. If the Cataracts can win this evening, they'll continue on to the semifinals tomorrow evening against, most likely, their opponent in the first game in this tournament, the Southeast Prairie Thunder out of Steinbach, Manitoba. If they lose, if they can somehow manage to give up this 3-goal lead, then they're done. So need a good third period, finish this thing off, and get ready for tomorrow. Through last season in particular, we talked about with the Cataracts is the way they battle in the offensive zone, the way they chase down loose pucks, win all the battles. Got away from that this year, and been obviously in a bit of a prolonged slump now through the Herder in the first couple of games in the Allan Cup. And mainly because we haven't seen that kind of tenacity in the offensive end, which was their trademark through all of last year. Certainly seen sparks of it here this evening, and if they can continue it, they may be a force in this tournament yet. But of course, still 20 minutes they have to get through. Just want to mention the facility we're in here at the Centennial Civic Centre in Lloydminster, built back in 1967 to commemorate the centennial of Canada, Canada's 100th birthday. Not a big arena by any means, small, cozy sort of atmosphere. It's got the sort of what they call their bucket seats, which are seats similar to what you'd see in the Joe Byrne. Only just under 800 of those. It looks a little bigger than that, but that's all they've got. Then they've got a number of bench seats that are still available in the corners, which brings their total seating up to just over 1,000, probably around 1,100. And then they've got the standing room, the railing, or the balcony on both sides as well, which has been lined off pretty much most of the week. So they can push close to a couple of thousand in here if you really want to shoehorn them in here. And we've seen he's got to come back behind his net. Clock ticking away. Hennis over his blue line, gets to center, still keeps going on his backhand in over the blue line. Lapointe knocked it off his stick and cleared it out through center. Here's Welcher. Welcher will just dump it in deep. Earl in the corner, fighting with Hain. Skinner in to help out. Skinner will come away with the puck for Stony Plain. Skinner at his own blue line, gives it to Cox. Cox cutting through center. Oh, look out as Mike Dyke tried to step up into him and just missed him. Cataracts have it inside their own blue line. It's Chris Peach turning, creating some space, gets it up to center. Pass comes all the way back to Mike Dyke. Over to Philpott, who'll backhand it in. Hain in the corner. Off the boards, he'll get it himself. Bring it out over the blue line, and Theriault intercepts it, shoots it right in on Walter. Bullock behind his net. Cataracts just playing Katie bar the door right now. Cox in over the blue line. Tries to make the pass across. DeRozier got a stick on it. From the boards, a hard shot came in, but didn't get through. Goes behind the Cataracts net, and Quinn's got it. Matt Quinn gets it out through center ice. Philpott banging at it. Still loose at center. Quinn comes out to help. Puck slides in front of Walters, and Anderson has it. Anderson, long pass up through center. Theriault does a good job to step up and intercept it. Philpott trying to cut in front. Anderson takes it away from him, or Whitehead rather, that was for the Cataracts. Now just outside the blue line. Cox. His pass up ahead. Gill intercepts it, and Gill will backhand it in. And that's all we're seeing now. The Cataracts are sitting back, intercepting a lot of those passes. Walters is going to have to hold on to it and get a face-off, and they just keep throwing it deep, and
yeah, they're
really frustrating Stony Plain right now.
You talk about playing with a lead, and the Cataracts are doing it to perfection here in this third period. All the forwards back on the back check to help out, and on the offensive side of things, just keeping that puck deep, making sure they're keeping at least one man high, in most cases two. Face off now in the Eagles zone, 2:21 left to go. That's all that is left in this one. Stony Plain down by 3.
Cataracts win the face-off. Hard shot from the point, bounces out in front. Along the boards, right in front. Shot goes over the top of the net as Gill had a chance. Gill fighting for it along the boards with Rossler. Comes back to Gill. Gill will just put it in deep. Locked back there to pick it up for Stony Plain. Gill watching him. Plays it back to Krupik. Krupik up at the blue line. Locke at center ice. Locke will shoot it in. Woods will go back there to retrieve it for the Cats. He plays into the corner, picked off by Stony Plain to try and bring it out in front. Backhand shot goes over the top of the net. Thrown in front, saved by Yetman, kicked back to the point. Walters is leaving the net for Stony Plain. They're down by 3. Played out by the Cataracts out and down the ice. Stony Plain net is empty. Krupik has it at his own blue line. Long pass up through center. Welcher got a stick on that. Dyke will go back to retrieve it. Dyke will just take it off the boards. Doesn't get it out. Welcher follows up on it. Now the Cataracts get it up through center. Drewicki has it. Inside his own blue line. Over to Say. Say, bad pass for Anderson. It's behind him. He's got to back up again inside his blue line. Now Hennis at center ice. He fell down. Gets it in deep though. Good pass up ahead. Here's a shot. Yetman makes the save. Puck goes into the corner. Dyke fighting for it. Brennan in there as well. Brennan chips it back towards the point. Cataracts now get it and shoot it down the ice. Heading towards the net, but it's not going to have quite enough steam, and Anderson will come back and get it. Anderson at his own blue line. Watched by Matt Quinn. Makes the cross ice pass. Nobody there for Stony Plain. Lapointe will take it and clear it back out into center. Drewicki at center ice. He'll shoot it in. Yetman out to leave it. Terrio's got it. Terrio tried to go down the ice. It hit somebody. Goes over along the boards. Kept in by Stony Plain. Just inside the blue line. Now it comes out into center ice. Here's a chance that the open net just goes wide. Anderson take it behind his net. Pass over on the far side up for Hennis. He misses it. Terrio just flips it down towards the Stony Plain blue line. Cataracts doing a fabulous job of just keeping Stony Plain out of it. Shot! They score! Chris Peach from the boards. Drewicki got a piece of it, but it did cross the line. And as my favorite sports announcer, Chuck Swirsky, would say, get out the salami and cheese, mama. This game is over.
Chris Peach with his second goal of the game. He scored first and looks like he'll score last in this
win for the Cataracts tonight in the quarterfinal here in the Allan Cup. Final score, Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts 5, Stony Plain Eagles just 1. So the Cataracts are into the semifinal tomorrow. We'll let you know if it's the 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock game here. That's 7:30 or 11:30 back in Newfoundland. That'll do it for us tonight. For the coach, Barry Manuel, I'm George Scott. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.